If you want the most up-to-date, accurate Madden 25 realistic college draft classes, stay tuned. So this year in Madden 25, I decided not to create a draft class. And I've always personally felt a responsibility to create the draft classes because as the inventor of realistic rebuilds, which are rebuilds with realistic college draft classes, it almost felt like hand in hand. If I'm going to do the realistic rebuilds, I should also be the one that makes and provides the draft class for everyone. And last year, myself and Bengal kind of tag teamed on 2 different draft classes that you guys could use hand in hand. But this year, I just didn't have the patience to deal with the glitchy Madden share, all the different bugs that come along with creating a draft class. So since I've been starting our Madden 25 realistic rebuilds, I've been using a class with people like C4. Drop your class. Show the links. It's not mine. Full credit to the man behind these draft classes that I'm about to show you. He has a YouTube channel. Go check him out. Sports Gaming Rosters, which is an S-tier name for a person that is providing the services and the content that we are all going to be consuming. So with not doing a draft class this year, still need to find one that was up to my personal standards for whatever the hell that is actually worth. And when I went on the Madden share searching for 2025 classes, wasn't the biggest fan of the top downloaded ones. Had to do a little bit of a deep dive and ultimately found this guy's class. And I was like, this is outstanding work. Not only in some of his videos on his YouTube channel, like breakdown, like he's gone in and he's tried to make Shedeur Sanders look as close to Shedeur Sanders as he possibly can. A lot of times these classes, it's almost who can get there first kind of mentality. When you do that, ultimately it's just name, school, height, weight, rating. There's nothing else extra kind of thrown in there. And the work was actually done for make this class as realistically looking as you possibly could. And it's a full 450 players, which is something that I've always done. A lot of classes, it's very common just to make the players that are draftable. And all the UDFA players are just randomly generated. This is not the case. And the reason why I've always personally done it, and I hope that's probably the mentality for the guy that made this class, is that there's an Indiana fan or a Canadian out there. Shout out to all my other Canadians that are enjoying this holiday Monday. Canadian Thanksgiving, as I get ready in a couple hours to go for my 3rd freaking turkey dinner of the weekend. There's someone out there that sees Curtis Rourke, and they go, you know what? I know in Madden franchise mode, you can pretty much make anybody good. Even if Curtis Rourke's a 57 normal. If you wanted to, you could actually focus him and make him into a franchise quarterback. That is going to be appreciated by somebody. It might only be 20 people, but that is why you make a full 450. That is why I respect this draft class. And what I hope we can accomplish here is what we've been able to accomplish with the modded franchise files that we showcased in videos over the last couple weeks, as the Madden 18 file and the Madden 12 roster file, starting point file, are now the number 2 and number 3 most downloaded rosters on the Madden share. I hope we can do the same here with this draft class and with this guy's future draft classes because the work is outstanding. And when you go on the draft, it's not even here in this initial bubble, which is downright disrespectful. So all you need to do, be it off of the main menu or once you are at week 1 in your Madden franchise mode, you have an opportunity then to go to your draft class and it'll give you a pop-up that says, hey, do you want to import it from the share? Type in SGR. That'd be my one suggestion to the man behind these files. Make these shorter. Just make it that much more digestible. Just do SGR 2025 and then just go V2, V3, V. You don't need the big long name. Makes it that much harder to search. But as you can see, it only has 3,000 downloads, which is downright disrespectful for what I think is overwhelmingly the best 2025 class. Now, since I've started this video, I didn't even see that there was a 2026. So I downloaded that, and we're going to go check that one out. I think with this guy, it seems like this is what he does. This is his passion to make these ones. If we can start getting 3, 4, 5 years of this dude's classes, I can't wait for the content that I am going to be able to make. But SGR, this is the V2 one that I am using currently in my Madden 25 realistic rebuilds. Go download it. Go give it a 5-star. So thanks to everyone that has stuck through to this part of the video. Obviously, this could have been a video that's like a minute and a half long. Classic YouTubers stretch it out as long as possible. But as egotistical as this may sound, there's going to be people out there that see this as like C4 giving his thumbs up, his vote and stamp of approval on these classes. And I wanted to at least justify why I think these are the top classes, why the work that Sports Gaming Rosters is doing needs to be more appreciated. And if I can send even 15, 20 people to go subscribe to his YouTube channel and support and stay tuned for the future updates that he makes and creates for this game, it's all worth it for me at the end of the day. And I also think this should be the most downloaded draft class. This is easily the best work that has been done. I love it also from the fact that, like, for the last 5-6 years, I've had a hand in every draft class that I've used, so I know all the ratings. I know most of the dev traits. Sometimes I forget. And this is generally a who-knows experience every time I draft, because I don't know any of the ratings. I don't want to preview and kind of look under the hood and go see what the ratings are and go see what the dev traits are. But I know that they're in a better spot than some of the other top files. Because some of the other top files, you have players like Shedeur Sanders would be an 87 X Factor. Like, what is that? That is a comical draft class. That's not realistic. Why is this on the first page? Why is this on the front page? This needs to be one that is on the front page. So go download this file, give it a 5-star, go check out his channel, support the content. And that's something that I want to make a conscious effort of this year. You know, when I found out about the Madden 18 start point roster, when I found out about the Madden 12 start point roster. Now, obviously, I'm a member and a moderator and was there for really from the beginning of the FFC mod, the franchise football community, which has always been a PC modding kind of group. But when I saw that, like, you know, last year, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. But I was like, this is cool. This is, you know, when Madden 25, I'm not a huge fan of the gameplay right now. I know the next title update is going to be gigantic for the gameplay. Hopefully it gets a lot of it fixed. But I don't want to play my main channel Vikings franchise because the gameplay is terrible. So the way that I enjoy this game right now is just rebuilding. Be a menu merchant. And all these different interesting starting points that I think are incredibly interesting. I want to use whatever bump, whatever exposure I can give to this cool creations that get generated. I want to do my part and kind of showcase it. And I think the exact same needs to be done here with these draft classes. Go check them out. Now, found out that he has a 2026 class. I've never even looked at him. Let's take a little sneak peek. So I loaded up the 2026 class that is available from Sports Gaming Rosters. I would personally say for my content, for Realistic Rebuilds, because as soon as there's a real nice 2026, I'll be able to utilize 2 draft classes in my Realistic Rebuilds. I think I'm probably going to wait for a version 2 just because we got, you know, guys like Jackson Arnold. That is the 3rd quarterback in the class. He got benched by Oklahoma. So I imagine these haven't been updated in a couple weeks. So hopefully there's going to be a version 2 and update coming through, but it still looks good. Like, especially if you are in like a multi-user league and you've already had a 2025 class and you want to look for a realistic 2026, the players are there. And the ratings for a lot of positions look, you know, you get Nick Harbor. We all know him, the legend from College Football 25. You got a lot of tight ends. Offensive line looks pretty good. The defense in particular, like this is a lot of players that I that I created last year because I did the 2025 class, so I had some of these guys as underclassmen, like Ethan Burke was up there, Ruben Bain, absolute stud for Miami, has been very good. Same with TJ Parker, and since a true freshman, Trey Moore, Texas San Antonio transfer to the Longhorns is an absolute beast. Peter Woods might be pound for pound like a top 5 player in that class. Josh Fremmer, Florida State was really good 2 years ago. Landon Barton, definitely projected to be the top linebacker. That's something you always get. Like Anthony Hill is an insane talent. Same with Jahad Campbell from Alabama. And that's something that you always get with these classes, though, is there is always a level of personal opinion because you can look at all these different sites and ultimately, you know, the guy that's creating the class can decide the order and the talent of these players. And it looks like it's checking itself out here, like Caleb Downs, Dylan Thiedemann. Those guys there are top projected players in my opinion. So it's not only that these classes are accurate and the ratings and stuff are good. I also think like the order of players and deciding like what ratings go to what players, who are considered the good players, also kind of line up with my personal opinion as well. So the 2026, personally, I might wait till a V2 drops up, just get a little bit of a refresher there. But ultimately, you can't go wrong with these files. Go check them out. Go support his YouTube channel. Go give them 5 stars on the roster share. And that'll do it for me today, guys. As we get more updates on draft classes, on mods and starting points, I will showcase them here on my channel just to give whatever little exposure that I possibly can, because I just want to highlight the best this community has to offer and content that I plan on consuming and utilizing and creating with over the Madden 25 season. Because, I'll be honest with you, I am not enjoying Madden 25 gameplay. I'm a menu merchant. The only thing I enjoy right now is playing through the menus, doing rebuilds, and as limited amount of on the sticks as I possibly can. Now, I do foresee the next title update for Madden being the biggest one of the year, being maybe the biggest one since, you know, what was that, 2 years ago when Madden pretty much wiped all the franchise modes and they had to fix it. This next one, because gameplay, honestly, probably the worst state of gameplay I've ever seen as a full-time content creator. Like, it is unplayable. Madden 25 currently, for someone of my skill level that wants to create content the way is unfreaking playable right now. So hopefully that next title update improves it. But if not, all these different ways to enjoy franchise mode that isn't heavily on the gameplay, that makes it interesting, go check it out. Go support it. These guys are busting their asses off. So that being said, if it is your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, as I will be continuing to drop and highlight some of the best this community has to share. I also go check out the Sports Gaming Rosters YouTube channel. Support him. How about the homie? Join the football franchise community Discord for all the franchise console mods that will be dropping. And until next time, it's your boy C4 saying peace out. Love ya. Have a good one.